Now, putting it all together, consider that events are facts, and facts are immutable, and that every change to any part of the system needs to be an event. This goes back to that right path. But considering that we now have different types of systems or domains, a sales domain, a billing domain, an engineering domain, that are all sharing the same event bus, it's very important to understand the contractual nature of the interactions. If the event format, for example, of some events that shared across domains changes, it's going to break the other domains. So we follow what's known as contract-driven development, in which the contracts are paramount. You need to be able to implement something to have schema management, to be able to recognize that an event is in the right format, and that if you're going to change an event, consider that it's best to add fields and never remove fields, because removing a field is going to break everything. There are options ranging from schema management systems to embedding schema information into an event for validation purposes. Now, taking a deeper look at this example, we have 3 domains, which could also be considered systems unto themselves or subsystems. We have a sales domain that has some sort of front end and some sort of RESTful back end that is used for direct interaction with the data. With the read path, it's easy. When I read data, I hit the data persistence. But when I write data, I have to use the shared event bus. And as such, I have to have some other series of applications that are listening to that event bus and keeping my data persistence layer up to date for the individual domain. An important point here is that each one of these domains has its own independent representation of data in their data persistence layer. They're all sharing the same event bus, they're all getting the same events, just some domains may not care about specific events. For example, the engineering domain may not care about the sales-related events. But what that means, though, is that any data persistence layer that they form is based off of the same source of truth, the events from the event bus, which means that even though every domain has its own data persistence representation, the event bus is still the source of truth. The data persistence representation is just meant to be a domain-specific means of representing that data for that domain in a way that is meaningful and easy.